Hello, welcome to this update for Asia. So let's see what's happening with this rainfall here. Some storm systems plus heat waves. So first, some updates on the rain further south. We still have some storms, some these days southern India and spots of Sri Lanka. Some showers and storms. There's just some 34 millimeters 36, 55 in some areas there, and even some rain spot in eastern India later next week. And yeah, but there'll be more rain in Indonesia, Malaysia, even close to 80 millimeters. Some spots southern Malaysia and central Sumatra, the Nicobar Islands, and especially Indonesia, central Indonesia, Kalimantan, some spots in Malaysia too. So be careful. There's the axis too. They usually shows more, and indeed it shows central Malaysia more than 162 millimeters, even to 182. Shows in central Indonesia some spots a lot of rain from those tropical downpours. So stay safe. It does have a lot in spots of the Andaman Islands too, and the southern Maldives maybe, but it has some more like close to 200 in central Sumatra, some spots there, including Malaysia, close to 100, and Sulawesi, more spots there. So stay safe, more than 100, even more than 130 in Palau, does have more than some 85 to 100 millimeters. The excess, there's the European just around 79, but in Western Guinea, there's more than 100, Papua New Guinea. So be careful this rain. Some rain over southwestern Indonesia, some storms, but nothing that crazy, and some storms in northern Australia especially. So be aware, southern Philippines might get more. Show like close to 70 and 80 millimeters, some spots there. There's the GFS a little bit less, but does show more these islands just south of the Philippines. There's the access focused on these islands here like Puro, Palau, Damao, and more spots there, even to 130. It does have some in the southeastern Philippines, so be aware those areas. There might be some more storms in Vietnam and Laos. Does show some 92 millimeters, some 42 to 23, some in Thailand and some northern Cambodia or southernmost Vietnam, some rain as well in Myanmar. But be aware, especially in China, we might have some bigger storm systems, spots of eastern China and Taiwan next 5 days to 89 millimeters, some 84. There's the GFS just around 9 millimeters, so it's a humongous difference between the models. The GFS is not excited, not even the icon. The icon is just like 2 millimeters, but yeah, but it does have more further in southeastern China. But later, next 8 days in southern China, the European has upwards of 234 millimeters. Next 8 days, spots of southeastern China, and in Taiwan, he has even like 273 next 8 days. So please be aware, and this will be mainly like between April 11th and April 12th. Just in that time frame, it has more than 100. The GFS in that time frame has like 14 millimeters, but it does have 79 further north. So be aware. And does show some spots of Tajikistan, Afghanistan, probably more snow there, and maybe some rain too, especially in Turkey and Georgia, shows close to 100 millimeters. Central Turkey, more rain and snow, and Tajikistan, and any some rain, Saudi Arabia, might be a storm or two there, and Japan, maybe some more. So be aware. There's snow now more concentrated in the higher areas there, shows like here in Tibet, spots of China, some 25 centimeters, next 5 days, 29, and more spots like central China, mainly in the Tibetan Plateau, but some areas of Nepal and Bhutan, some 8 centimeters, 15 centimeters, some there as well, Pakistan, more spots in Afghanistan. So POS, but very little in Afghanistan. More in Tajikistan, some 40 centimeters, 60 centimeters. So there are some in these ranges of northern China, especially northernmost China and northwesternmost China, and spots of eastern Kazakhstan, southern Russia, Mongolia, that area there. So there spots of eastern Kazakhstan. It might be some bigger fronts in Georgia and Turkey struck 97 centimeters of snow next 5 days, so I might get heavy spots there. So be aware in Georgia, spots of southwestern Russia and the Caucasus, and spots of central Turkey, more snow scattered around Turkey there, especially eastern Turkey, but some spots in western Turkey, the high elevations, some snow too, and showing more across Eastern Europe too. So stay tuned for that, in Southeastern Europe as well. But does show further east in North Korea, spots of South Korea, some in northern South Korea, but more like North Korea and eastern China, northeastern China. Does show some in Japan, some 9, 10 centimeters, 12 centimeters, spots of 5 centimeters, but nothing that crazy. 10 days away shows some more in Japan to like 72 centimeters, in Russia to 100, but this is too far, so be aware. And does show in Russia. Russia's the main snow capital now because the rest is already warming up. But does show spots central Russia to 38 centimeters, 42. These spots of kind of Siberia, some 29 centimeters, 19. And there's just this front crossing central Russia, shows near western Russia, near Belarus and those areas, close to 35 centimeters. Further east, some 24, 11, 17 centimeters, and back on the Pacific, some 57, and spots right on the peninsula there. So be careful those fronts with snow because sometimes it might be heavy, and further west near Finland and Norway, some more in northwesternmost Russia. So be aware. There's the GFS, a similar thing. This like area of central Russia of snow does have near Europe close to 50 centimeters of snow. The GFS has some more spots southern Russia, even 66 centimeters, and more widespread snow for this area, central to eastern Russia, does have next 5 days. The GFS is there in China, in Tajikistan, and a lot in Turkey there as well, in Georgia. So be aware, and that's in northern Japan, the GFS. The icon is similar thing, Siberia there, other spots central Russia, the peninsula, and the Pacific coast there. The icon does have specific spots to like even 69 centimeters further there in Russia. So stay safe in spots central western Russia. Some snow too. So be careful. Now for the outlook, the show now Friday, April 4th, and in Eastern Asia it's already Saturday, but the show like a front now in Central Russia, that's snow there, and also down to Mongolia and China. This goes and like still shows some snow behind that one. Saturday to Sunday, some snow in Siberia. This keeps going. Maybe Monday, that one to North Korea and southeastern Russia. Does show into Tuesday the 8th, some there in western Russia in Eastern Europe, and does show this central southeastern Russia still Tuesday. This goes Tuesday, Wednesday, more further western Russia, possibly next Wednesday. Next Thursday shows this fronts western to central Russia. Thursday, Friday, and some more maybe on April 12th, central Russia. But yeah, stay safe. That was the icon. There's the European, this system of central Russia to Siberia, more snow Saturday, Sunday, and that in eastern and western Russia shows even some freezing rain near western Russia there. And here's Eastern Russia near the Pacific. Those that show some Monday, Tuesday, and these fronts from Western Russia going towards Central Russia there. So PR still showed like on April 10th a bunch of systems there with snow. So yeah, be careful in those areas. further south, there's some storms in Thailand, Laos, spots of southern China, Vietnam, and some snow in Tibet. So this goes at the same time. Maybe Saturdays, few storms in India, in eastern and southern India, and Sri Lanka, and that heavy rain in Indonesia, Malaysia, and those areas. So this goes the show still next Monday around Thailand and Laos, some storms in eastern China too, so be careful. A few ones in Taiwan next Wednesday, Japan, and then the European does have this heavy rain on April 10th and 11th, southern China and Taiwan. Yes, this heavy rain, but the GFS is showing a similar thing. It's showing more like on the 12th near Myanmar and more snow and ice in Tibet, but it does show some storms in China too on the 11th. So stay safe there. Shows like uh, tomorrow the 5th and into Sunday on April 6th, some snow and some ice in the high elevation. So be careful with freezing rain in some of those towns in China and those areas Sunday, Monday. And yeah, be careful. There's Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, some snow. This goes some rain Saturday and some snow still Sunday, and maybe a storm or two in Kazakhstan as well, Sunday, Monday. So be aware. And then Tuesday still Tajikistan, some spots Wednesday there, so, and still northern Pakistan, the western Himalayas on April 11th. The European does have more snow scattered around as well as thunderstorms on the 12th there, the 11th. So we gotta watch that time frame. But be aware, Western Asia does show some storms in Iraq and Iran, some snow in Turkey, and even some storms in the mix in Turkey. And then this goes some storms in Uzbekistan, maybe Sunday, in Kazakhstan, and then yeah, maybe the middle of next week, more snow in the Caucasus and more rain and storms in Turkey later into next week. So be careful there. But our next big topic here is this heat wave spots of Pakistan and India, especially Pakistan. It's close to 40 degrees already there, especially like into Sunday on April 6th shows even like to 45, 44 degrees Sunday. This goes to the GFS. Shumir temperature shows even higher on Monday, spreading through most of northern India. So please stay safe. This might be very dangerous. There's the European, a little bit lighter, but also like very, very hot. And this is already next week, shows still there. And as you can see here, maybe in Thailand and Myanmar, some higher temperatures too. So be careful. The European does show Saturday afternoon on April 5th, spots of Pakistan to 43 degrees, 41, further Western India, some 42 degrees, even some 41 for further south. So stay safe, some 40 degrees, spots in northern India. So be careful, New Delhi, some 36. So even southern Afghanistan, and warmer there. And then in Thailand, in Cambodia, close to 38. Saturday, this diminishes during the night, but Sunday afternoon shows like the maximum temperatures in Pakistan might get close to 46 degrees Celsius, 45, 46, further 44, southern Pakistan. So please stay safe, those temperatures from heat illness, heat stroke. So please stay cool in a cool place. And shows some 43, 42 in Western India. Further north in Pakistan, still some 45. And this just the temperature. The heat indices, the feels like temperature might be even higher, closer to 47 or even higher. So please stay safe. please be careful. Even to 40 closer to southern Afghanistan, spots in Iran, even to 41. So please be careful. Sunday, this diminishes at night, but Monday afternoon show like 45 to 46 degrees in some towns there, over western India too, and 42 degrees, 43, even further in eastern India, spots of 41 degrees. So stay safe, southern India, some high 30s, but please be careful this area of Pakistan, northwestern India, and then Tuesday shows still in the afternoon some 44 degrees in India, spots of 43, 44 in Pakistan, and further in western India, so widespread 41, 42, New Delhi 41, and other spots like 44 degrees. In all these places that have a high population, gotta stay safe from the heat in a cool place. So please stay safe. Tuesday goes down during the night, but doesn't go down so much, but does go. So it shows Wednesday spots of western India, some 44, 43. The heat indices might be more than 45. It shows some widespread 42, 43, branch even to further eastern India. But please stay safe. As far north as Lahore, some 40 degrees. So please be careful. Wednesday, this goes Thursday, still shows on April 10th, some 4 is there. And then Friday on the 11th, better, much better, but still in central India, spots there, and the rest is too far. But potentially still shows by like mid-April, spots close to 45 again, spots of Pakistan, even to 46 in southern Iran and Pakistan. But please stay safe from this heat. This is no joke. So this goes. There's the icon too. The icon is definitely not excited, but it does show some 46 degrees in Pakistan, some 43, 44 degrees in India too. So please stay safe. Those temperatures. Uh, Further in China, it's still quite chilly in some spots, especially colder in northern China. But during the afternoon, warms up in some spots there, shows in Thailand, Cambodia, those are temperatures. Indonesia is mainly tropical, just those warm breezes. But the show at night in China, Mongolia, still cold, especially western Mongolia, very cold in the mountains, North Korea, Japan still colder in some areas, and other areas to 12, 14 degrees in Tokyo. But that shows still a lot like Sunday, Monday, especially Monday in Cambodia, some spots to like 38 degrees. So stay safe too in Myanmar, might be hot as well. But please be careful there in India and Pakistan. And Iran shows spots close to 40 degrees in Iran already. And United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, some 38 degrees already. Shows goes down at night, especially in Yemen to 11 degrees. Spots in the Middle East, some 17, 18 degrees during the night, but some 30s during the day, especially in Oman, close to 41 degrees in Oman, 42 spots in Iran as well, some 30s in Turkmenistan already, and Uzbekistan. So in Iraq, Syria, close to 40 even, spots in Iran, still close to 41 by next week in Oman, Saudi Arabia. The show on April 10th, close to 42 in Iraq, in Kuwait, close to 40 as well, and spots in Oman, Saudi Arabia. So stay safe. Still shows like close to 42, 43 degrees on April 12th in Oman and United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, but further north it cools down a little bit. So yeah, stay safe. But in Turkey and Georgia, still cold, some -1, spots of Georgia to -8, and in Azerbaijan, spots of Turkey, colder in the mountains, but outside the mountains, kind of chilly as well. So yeah, be careful in those areas. So there's here Russia, very cold still, especially northern Russia. Those minus 25, minus 28, but much better than minus 52. That was like in January and February. But this is still kind of cold for them. For normal people, it's very cold, like in Southern Asia, but they are used to it. But shows here still like as Sunday, spots to minus 15, some minus 14, and further south in Mongolia and China, it's right above freezing. But even spots of Russia, spots above freezing, but still shows these cold waves in some spots there, like minus 24, some minus 10, some minus 11. Spots, especially some minus 23 in northern Russia, and those spots like minus 6, minus 7, those negative temperatures. But southwestern Russia, it's already to 17 degrees. Then this cold, no major cold snaps expected, just the normal cold there, especially like some minus 26 in the north. Some days, but some days as far south as Mongolia, some minus 2, some minus 7, and big portion of central northern Russia. China, it's like those chilly temperatures, but not cold and not hot. It's kind of cold area. 2 degrees is cold, but yeah. And Japan is kind of mild to kind of cold, and then uh, this is next week on April 9th, shows still most of the cold in Russia. Some spots of Kazakhstan close to 21 degrees in southern Russia, but still in eastern Russia very cold. This goes Wednesday, Thursday, shows spots of Russia slightly colder, some minus 16 to minus 17, more there northernmost Russia, and still western Russia, pretty cold, those negative temperatures, but not as cold as a few months ago. So BR, but that shows some cold coming back to northern China on April 10th and the 9th maybe. Spots on Mongolia, some negative temperatures all the way south to North Korea. And of course in Tibet and Tajikistan, it's just so high there in elevation that it's so cold. But be careful, northern Nepal too, those negative temperatures, spots there, but especially in China's minus 18, minus 12, and those higher peaks might be even colder than what I'm showing you here, because I don't know if the Moro goes that high. But yeah, beware, Mongolia, this goes there. But that show maybe on April 12th, more cold, maybe through eastern Russia, the Koreas and more spots there. But stay safe. And yeah, let's see if there's something else important maybe. There's here's some stuff for the precipitation type, shows some mixed wet snow and snow in Russia, those fronts, and then it does show some occasional freezing rain western Russia into Monday there. But yeah, and stay safe. There's some wind here, might be important. So shows at Saturday morning tomorrow, or like at noon, some high winds for southern Russia, right close to Kazakhstan and Mongolia. So be careful those winds, especially if there's snow there too. And if this right here has snow at the same time, might be a crazy blizzard. So please be careful Saturday afternoon. Spots of southern Russia, even to like 127 Kemir Pargus. The icons further south is in high winds in northern Mongolia and eastern and western Mongolia, and more in southern Russia. The GFS is more Russia, some high winds. But stay safe. Spots of China too, slightly higher, some more spots northern China, and then this goes Saturday, goes further out towards central Russia, in Siberia, might carry that snow as well, so be careful those winds. A few spots in China, and some isolated spots there, and Japan might have slightly higher gusts in a few spots, South Korea maybe, and then this goes Sunday further north into Siberia, so be careful those winds there. Monday, maybe central China, central Kazakhstan, because of a low pressure there in Uzbekistan, spots of China too, be careful, even northern China. So Monday, Tuesday shows maybe close to Japan, some higher gusts in a few spots. This forecast changes all the time, but just be aware. this is the general thinking about it. So shows in Kazakhstan still by Tuesday, in China this goes there, and does show some nasty winds in northwestern Russia near Norway, some Arctic low pressures there, more spots northern Russia on April 9th, maybe in northern China and Mongolia and Russia on April 9th as well. And then still shows on April 10th, maybe in northern China, some higher gusts there, in southern Russia, the possibility. There's the icon on April 10th, is more in Mongolia, but some spots in Russia. The icon April 10th is some nasty stuff further north, northernmost Russia, and spots there. And the GFS on April 10th has this front with high winds central northern Russia and Mongolia. So be aware. And then this goes potential April 11th, spots in Mongolia into China or into Japan there. And then this goes and still shows stuff near Japan and China on April 12th and beyond. So be aware. The Western Asia is a different story. Shows in Saudi Arabia a few high winds today, and then maybe into Saturday in Iran, spots there, maybe some mountain near southeastern China. But here, the Red Sea shows in Iran Saturday. This goes maybe in Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan Sunday, and Kazakhstan. Spots of Turkey might be windier. Ukraine, Turkey, spots of Azerbaijan. So Sunday, this goes there, shows the low pressure in Kazakhstan. There showed you Monday. Those winds are still windy, spots of Turkey by Tuesday on April 8th. So beware. In the Caucasus, if you zoom in, even close to 7 km per gus Tuesday, this goes still shows in Jordan and Iraq Wednesday, spots of Turkey, some higher gusts. And then we might have this nasty wind thing here on April 10th in Syria, northern Israel, spots of Iran especially, and even into Armenia, Azerbaijan, more than 100 km per gus later on April 10th, Saudi Arabia and Egypt too. So this goes into April 11th, shows even more in Iran, some higher gusts, even Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Syria, spots of Turkey. So be aware, and this goes there. But does have some stuff Saudi Arabia on the 12th as well, but that's just one model. The GFS does have some in Iran on April 10th and in Syria. There's the icon that has a lot in Lebanon, Syria, and some crazy winds in Iran on April 10th as well. But we'll keep watching. Be aware. And be aware of fog as well. In fog prone areas, they might have like some low visibility. Check some links in the description for weather warnings, especially there are areas here for a lot of warnings, frost and like rain. So yeah, a lot of stuff. Be aware. And here, uh, this is like the fuel for thunderstorms. No crazy storm event happening, but just it's good to always be aware of thunderstorms, because some can be strong or severe under the ideal conditions. So always be careful and stay safe.